The Akon City project no longer exists. And for those of you that already guessed this before it even came to pass, clap for yourselves. Round of applause. I have been following up on this story from I don't know when, 4 years ago? Whenever it was announced, I forget. I think it's 2018 when he first announced this futuristic city called Akon City with its own currency called Acoin. And it just sounded so good, honestly. Like I was rooting for Akon and this project because why not? Why wouldn't we support and root for our own people? But unfortunately, it looks like it's not happening, but it's happening in a different form, at least according to Senegal's tourism. And it seems like they're giving him a second chance because the last time we talked about Akon City, they were threatening to take away the land that they've given him. The government gave him huge land to make this happen. They believed in him. A lot of people invested. And even me, me, I talked about it on my channel so many times, being so happy about this futuristic city. And as evidence, I can show you the few things I've said about the city. So today we are going to be talking about Akon, his new futuristic city, and the fact that he's motivating the diaspora community, especially the Black American community, to come back to Africa and live in peace or even invest. So I found that interesting. I've talked about Akon, I think a year ago, no, 2 years ago, when he was starting or had the idea and he was asking for investors about his Akon city, Wakanda. He calls it Wakanda too because of the Black Panther movie, and he wants it to be a futuristic city, and it's in Senegal. The Senegal a leader gave him around 2,000 acres of land, and that's where he's building this futuristic city. And it's only 10 minutes, 5 minutes away from the city Dakar, and it's really not far. It's very close by. They gave him a prime place to build that. And the investment that he promised to make in Senegal is around $6 billion. That's a lot of money. And he just said that he got 1/3 of that money, and he's going to start next year. And Senegal is really happy that he's doing this. He was actually born and raised, his childhood was in Senegal, the reason why he did it in Senegal. And also from Senegal, he went to the US and grew up his whole life there. And he's well known for his contribution to the music industry. I don't know any new music from him, but he was an R&B singer. He was famous, and he did well for himself even in that industry, and he says he made a lot of money. So now his outlook in life have changed, and he wants to invest more in Africa, and he sees the future of Africa to be brighter, and he does not believe that Black Americans or Black British or anywhere else in the world should not suffer the consequence of racism and all the things that they have to deal with when they can just, he calls it back home, go back to your home, back home, something like that. So he motivates people to go back home. He was motivating them to go back to Africa and work hard if they want to make money, if they want to do big things. And he seems to be like the spokesperson for Africa these days, and he really sounds like he means it. Isn't that the most futuristic city plan that you've ever seen? I think it's dope. So now that Akon City project is not happening the way it was intended, so this is what's actually going to happen. According to reports, the head of Senegal's tourism development body, SAPCO, Sergine Mboup, said, quote, "The Akon City project no longer exists. Fortunately, an agreement has been reached between SAPCO and the entrepreneur Akon. What he's preparing with us is a realistic project, which SAPCO will fully support." Yeah, after 5 years of not delivering what he has committed, I guess they have decided, okay, this futuristic thing is not happening. It's actually maybe too futuristic for you to make it happen, because it was estimated about $6 billion, right? The investment needed and everything to be done. So they are giving him a second chance, but now in a more realistic way, according to the tourism. So at the very least, I want to say kudos to those government officials. They're trying to, at the very least, give him a second chance, let him show us that he can do this. And maybe the first plan was too futuristic and it's not happening, but now let's do it this way. I think they're showing him grace. I hope he doesn't let them down, because last time a lot of investors were devastated, sad, because they believed in him, not just with this, but a few investments that he has created about lighting Africa. And some of it, we've seen it. He's done some work, and he's not fully, I don't know, I wouldn't say he's fully done the worst job ever. He's done some things, but in case maybe he overestimated, I'm assuming they are trying to give him something that, because they said a more realistic. So that tells me they believe that his initial plan was just too much, and that's why he was not able to make it. Now they want to tone it down so he can do something now and still partner with the government. Like, that's what it seems like. We shall see how it's gonna go. I really, really hope that Akon comes through and he does what he promised to do, because this was a huge deal. Now it's going to make other investors look bad. Other people with ideas that want to come and do things, they'll be like, how do we trust you? How do we believe you? And we don't want that. We don't want to discourage those that have ideas, good intentions, that want to invest, that want to build something great and grand. So yeah, I don't want this to smear or create a bad name for those that are actually genuinely trying to do something and change the narrative and change how Africa is seen. So please, Akon, please, 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 do your best and make sure that you do a great job with the second chance that they have given you. We will keep you updated, and I hope to see this new city come to life. Anyways, fam, let me know down below what your thoughts are about this. I'm Wongel Zelalem. I'll see you on the next one. Stay blessed. Bye.